Welcome back to Energy Motorcars. This is probably my favorite car that I've had so far. I'm gonna go over it today and just do a full walk around, start it up, show you in and out. And this car is going live on the website today. It's a 2017 Camaro SS 1LE package, which I'll talk a little bit about. It's the track package. And this car has about $10,000 to $12,000 worth of upgrades done to it, which I will try to hit everything there as well. So it has a lot of work done to it. It's got a cam, it's got headers, it's got, even though the 1LEs have bigger brakes, it has a brake upgrade. It's got a lot of stuff done to it. So this car is a one owner and it has 9,400 and something miles on it. It has extensive service history. It was always serviced at the Chevrolet dealer. The car makes a little over 600 horsepower on E85 at the motor. So it dynoed 515 rear wheel horsepower on E85, 472 rear wheel horsepower on 93 octane. So the car runs very strong. I just had it dynoed and retuned because I don't know, unfortunately, who did the tune originally. So I took it over to Houston House of Power and they work on, tons and tons and tons of GM cars. So I had them look over the car and put it on the dyno and retune it. So I have the dyno sheet that I can talk about as well. And if you want, I can send you just a quick dyno video of it. But I'm gonna start the car up in the video. It sounds amazing with the cam and headers and full exhaust. This color is hyper blue, and I think it's the best color for the 1LEs. I really like the way they look with the gray wheels and all the black accents. Quick way to tell if it's a 1LE is the black wrapped hood, but I think that might have been an option on some of the other cars as well. So the lip, this front matte black lip spoiler is 1LE. The brakes say 1LE on them, so that's kind of a giveaway. The wheels are specific to a 1LE. They're a 20 by 10 in the front and a 20 by 11 in the rear. 285 30 20 in the front and a 305 30 20 in the back. The thing's upside down, but there it is. So I just put brand new Goodyear Eagle F1 Supercars on this car. That's the tire that this car came with. These tires have maybe 50 miles on them or something like that. So they are basically brand new. I had Tire Link, which is a local tire shop. I had them put all 4 brand new tires on it, spent $1,200 doing that. So you guys know this thing is ready to go. The 2017 and 2018 1LEs are my personal favorite. I know I'm probably gonna mention that a few times throughout this video, how much I love this car. I hate to get rid of it, but it's my job, so I gotta get rid of this car. But I like the front end on these cars better than the, I guess it was the 19. They went to that funky front end that only lasted like a year and then they redesigned it again. So, but this color, man, this thing pops in the sun. It gets a lot of attention. This car gets a surprising amount of attention. So let's go inside and show you how clean this car is. So the 1LEs are really cool. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, being a 2017, you get this really cool 50. Because it was the 50th year of the Camaro, and then you get those stripes, real subtle stripes on the side of the hood. So you can see they're like a semi-gloss black over the matte black hood, so really cool. And then you get the 50 on the steering wheel as well. So that's how you know it's a 2017. The 2018s obviously didn't have it. Camaro on the sill plate. These are Recaro seats. They really hug you in. It's really nice. So you got Alcantara inserts in, there's a Recaro badge. You get Alcantara inserts in the seats. You got the Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara shift knob and shift boot. So all your touch points are that soft suede Alcantara material. Car has heads-up display. Get up in there, yeah, you can see the heads-up display. It has Apple CarPlay. Obviously like auto AC. This car is a 1SS. I don't know if I specified that yet. So this car is a 1SS. They made a 1SS and a 2SS. But super clean, 9,000 miles on it. So it has not hardly been used. Of course, everything works. You got your drive modes and your traction control down there. So it has like Tour, Sport, Track, and then it has a snow and ice setting, which surprised me. Car also has this ASC duckbill, or wickerbill spoiler on it. Show you the trunk. Oh, look at that dyno sheet. So we'll zoom in on that. 514.9 rear wheel horsepower. Like I said, that is on E85, which the car has E85 in it right now. On 93 octane, it made 472. Unfortunately, I did not get a torque reading on the dyno, but it runs very strong, as you would imagine, making a little over 600 horsepower at the motor. Car's in great shape. There's really nothing to talk about in the interior, you know, other than just how clean it is. You can see the carpet's all in really good shape. The seats are in good shape. They don't have any rips or tears in them. A little bit of wear on the bolstering on the other side, but you know, nothing serious. Like I said, one owner car, 9,000 miles on it, 9,400 and change. So, you know, it's in the condition that you would expect. Now, this car has been tracked, but it definitely doesn't show it. I mean, it's a clean car. What I like, you know, normally I wouldn't care for these, like these little rock guards, mud flaps, whatever you want to call them. But on a car that has been tracked, they're a lifesaver because it saves the condition of the paint. So you can see, like, I mean, look, there's no like rock chips or anything because of those rock guards. So it's really good that the guy, the original owner, put those on there. Front lip, I'll just show you the front lip in really good shape, you can see. So it's not all scarred up. You know, these cars are pretty low, but it's not all scarred up, so that's great. And speaking of how low they are, a couple things about the suspension. Oh, let me pop the hood and we'll talk about the suspension a little bit. So this car has BMR springs on it, so it is lowered a little. I would say, if I had to guess, I mean, it's maybe lowered like a ½ inch. I don't think any more than 1 inch. The 1LEs already sit a little bit lower than stock. And what's cool about the 1LEs is they have magnetic suspension, you know, straight off like the Corvettes. I think it's the same suspension. It's actually on the ZL1 Camaro, which is that GM mag ride, which is known for being really good. You have your different drive modes. It stiffens up or softens the suspension depending on which mode you're in, which is really cool. So under the hood, where all the magic happens, 6.2 liter LT1. Stock, these things made 455 horsepower. This car on E85 is making a little over 600 now. It's got a rotofab intake. It's got this JLT oil separator. It has long tube headers, but you probably can't see them. It's a really tight fit in there. I don't know if you can really see, but it's got some stainless long tube headers. I mentioned the BMR springs and said that I would talk a little bit about the suspension. It has these ground control camber plates. So I think the car probably has a track alignment on it. It handles amazing. I mean, a stock 1LE handles really well. This car, you know, on the lowering springs, on the, I'm gonna leave the hood up. On the lowering springs, the camber plates, brand new tires on it, you know, with the suspension, like this thing handles fantastic. I mean, would be an unbelievable track car. 600 horsepower in a manual transmission, amazing brakes. These brakes, so it has DBA, Disc Brakes Australia. It has DBA rotors, two-piece rotors. So you can see the bolts in there. So it has two-piece rotors and track pads. I'm telling you guys, you step on the brakes on this car and it just about wants to put you through the windshield. Like, it will stop. I mean, this car would be a heck of a lot of fun on a track, really would be. So those calipers, I believe, are the same ones that you get on the C6 ZR1 and then into the C6 Z06 with the Z07 package. I believe they're the same ones on the ZL1 and they're the same ones on CTS-V. So same calipers, but the rotors are different on some of the cars. You know, some of the Corvettes have ceramic rotors on them, and then these cars have steel rotors on them. And then the back rotors are stock, but it does have the track pads with the nice red brake calipers. It has MBRP exhaust, but it's not just regular MBRP exhaust. It must have been too loud because I think most of the MBRP systems are straight pipe. So it actually has MagnaFlow mufflers welded in place of like where the straight pipe would be. Stainless long tube headers, MBRP exhaust, but with MagnaFlow mufflers added to it. I've mentioned E85 a few times, but there's the DSX flex fuel sensor. So it is tuned for both 93 octane and E85. And with that flex fuel sensor, if you're watching this video, you may be familiar with it already, but with the flex fuel sensor, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to change any tunes or anything like that. You just put whatever gas between 93 and 85. You put whatever gas is available, you know, between those two ratings. And the car actually does real-time timing updates and adjusts necessary. So there's the mileage, 9,478 miles. And I will go ahead and fire it up. And I'm not gonna leave it running long because I keep the door closed in here just out of privacy, but I will just fire it up so you can hear this car run with the cam. You know, it sounds amazing. A big cam V8 is such a cool car. So go ahead and fire it up. You can see there's no check engine light on, no service lights on or anything like that. You can see the car has not been warmed up. And so this is kind of a cold start. That sounds, that idle is so aggressive. All right, I gotta shut it off now. So I don't kill myself inside of this shop, but I just love listening to that that cammed 6.2 liter LT1. Sounds so good. Well, there it is, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If you're interested in this car, give me a call. My phone number here is 281-768-5290. The website is energymotorcars.com, and Facebook and Instagram are both at Energy Motorcars. Thank you for watching.